On average, Americans are spending about $3,982 as a couple on their vacation costs. If you think about that, some of you guys may not be able to afford that, and some may. And that's just thinking, all right, we can go for 1 or 2 week vacation, and that is about it for the year. That's about $4,000 trip, and boom, boom, we are done. But would you like to travel more? Would you like to save on traveling? Today we're going to talk about 8 different tips on how to save money while traveling so you can travel longer and save more money in the process. Hey guys, my name is Steve and I own the Frugal Expat website where we try to help people save more, invest better, and to travel more. And today we're going to break down 8 different tips to help you travel better and smarter and save in the process. And if you stick to the end, I'll even have one extra bonus tip to help you along. So follow along and let's get to it. Our first tip today is going to be teach English overseas. Yep, I said if you want to travel longer and you want to keep traveling and saving more money, one way to do it is to make extra money. Yeah, you may not think about it, but that is actually what I did. I left the US in 2017 and my first job abroad was teaching English. And I could earn about $2,000 a month while living on about $1,000 to $1,500 a month, saving about $500, and I could see a lot of different places in the world. Now, you may not want to be teaching English, but if you are young and don't really have a career that you have really got into, well, this could be an opportunity for you. If you want to see some more of the world, start teaching English. If you are mature and you've done your career, you can also go abroad and teach some English. I know many people that are doing it today. So if you want to save some money and travel, teach some English abroad. You'll thank me later. Number 2 would be cook your meals while traveling. I know some of you guys may be in a hotel that doesn't have cooking abilities, but that is okay. If you are in a place that has the ability to cook, maybe a little kitchen set, maybe a refrigerator, maybe something to boil some water, cooking some meals at home can save you big. If you're in Sweden, for instance, and your cost for groceries for a week are about $60, that sounds a bit cheap, but let's just throw that number out there. And instead of paying every meal at about $15, you're going to save $150 in the process. Now that is money well spent, and you don't have to worry because you're making the food and it could be delicious in the process. My wife and I did this while we were traveling through Europe. We would shop at Aldi, Hofner, and Lidl to find some great deals on some groceries. We would make breakfast, sometimes we'd make lunches, and then we would kind of eat out for dinner. And that is just one way to save some extra money while traveling. Number 3 would be to sleep in hostels or large dorms. Now, you may be thinking, well, we're kind of past our prime to do that. Well, that's okay, because some of these places have now capsules, they have curtains, they have lots of storage, and I have seen many older travelers do this. I have seen younger travelers, middle-aged, and I've even seen families do this. So if you want to save some money in the process, find a place, maybe on Hostelworld, Booking.com, Agoda, or different places where they have hostels or cheap dorms, and you can find a good rate and look at the reviews, and you may find a great deal. That's just another way to save some money while traveling. One of my favorite ways would be number 4, and that is earning points and miles using travel credit cards, or just using credit cards in general. Travel credit cards like this one, the Capital One Venture X, it's a great travel card to get started. You can earn points and miles, transfer them to airline partners, or use the points and miles to kind of cover those traveling expenses. Now, this is just one way I have earned many different free flights, and I've just paid a little bit of tax for those flights, and it has gotten me from many different places. And if you don't like that one, try this one, the Capital One Saver Card. It is a cashback card, and if you connect that to your travel card, you can you can combine the points. This one gets 3% on groceries and dining out, and the other one gets 2% on everything else, plus 5% in the travel portal. Those are just great savings you can start doing now, and you can use it to help pay for your travel. Number 5 is a little bit unorthodox. This one is camping. I know what you're thinking. I don't like the outdoors. You don't like the outdoors. My family doesn't. But if you do like the outdoors, like this guy, bring a tent, bring a sleeping bag, camp, and you can save a good bit of money on accommodation. There are many countries out there that offer free camping. New Zealand offers free camping places. Australia. There are some places in Europe that you can look and find some free camping. And this could be a way you can save a little bit extra on your accommodation. My wife and I took a 24-day scooter trip around the country of Taiwan. And about 22 of those days, we used it for camping. And you know what? We saved a ton of money camping. So you guys can, if you like camping and like the outdoors, try this tip out and enjoy some outdoor weather and free camping. Number 6 will be a little bit more extroverted excursion. That is using your social network. I know what you're thinking. Maybe you do have lots of friends, or maybe you have a few friends. But what you could do is reach out to some of those friends. Maybe they're in different places. I live right now in Australia, and so if friends say, hey, can we come visit you? I say, yes, come and stay with us. And that's a free trip. Maybe you live somewhere else. Maybe you don't have any friends. That's sad. But you may have some relatives, and they have some friends. My wife and I traveled to Sri Lanka once, and one of our friends had a friend living in Colombo. So we asked her if we could stay with him. And the guy said, sure. We met him, enjoyed learning about his culture, staying with his family, and it was a blast. Plus, we saved some money. So reach out to your social network and find places you can stay for free. Plus, also remember to kind of gift those people because they're offering you a place, and you might as well be a great guest along the way. All right. Now, we have done 6 out of our 8 plus our bonus, but if you like this content, make sure to hit like and subscribe below. We are trying to create more and more content to help you to save more, invest better, and to travel more, but it starts with you hitting that like button and subscribing. Let's move on to our next one. Number 7 is house sitting. Yes, I used to do this as a side hustle in the USA, and it was great to stay at people's houses. You got to kind of be in a new place. You could mow the lawn. You can take care of the place. And if you are like me, I was earning just a little bit of extra money just watching someone else's house. Now, you can do this in other places. You can sign up for these house sitting gigs, and you can stay for places for free. All you need to do is water some plants, take care of the place, and not let it go to, bad. Just take care of it, and you can be on your way to staying in some places for free. This is just another way to save some money. You can look at some places like Trusted House Sitters or House Sitters of America, but there are other places you can find to house sit. So take a look and start house sitting. Number 8 on our list is using public transportation. In many countries, we have public transportation, like buses, trains, trams, maybe even bicycles. And these public transportation options are much cheaper than renting a car. And all you need is maybe you need a card, ting, or maybe you need just a little bit of money. My wife and I traveled through Europe, and it didn't matter where we were. There was just great public transportation in many different parts. We got to ride on the train in Prague, in Vienna. We got to be on some trams in Zagreb, Croatia. And we got to ride on some buses in Slovenia, seeing the countryside. There's just many opportunities to use public transportation, and it's much cheaper than renting a vehicle. I know the convenience and the freedom of owning your own vehicle, but if you're looking to save some money, try some public transportation. that was 8 different tips, and I said I would give you a bonus one if you stayed to the end. And I have that bonus one. That bonus one is using some freelance work. I know I mentioned working in the beginning, but let's say you're on vacation and you got a little bit of a gift of writing, video editing. Maybe you can be a virtual assistant. Maybe you can create a little bit of an item that you could sell. Doing some freelance work can help you pay for your travels. There are people out there looking for great writers, video editors. They're looking for virtual assistants. They're looking for people to maybe manage their social media accounts. And this could be maybe $20 an hour, it could be $100 an hour. Depends on how good you are and what you can offer. So if you're looking for an extra way to earn some money while traveling, freelance work can be the place to go. You can look at places like Fiverr or even Upwork, and they can help you get situated. You just start a profile and start doing some freelance working. Now, those are some great saving tips and earning tips to make your travels more affordable and so you can travel longer. If you have a savings tip for travel, please leave them in the comments below. I would love to continue to create more videos like this and to even use some of your tips and suggestions. So take a time, take a moment, type it in, and leave me a comment. And I'll see you next time